Alright. So, rather unexpectedly, the devs have just dropped the experimental patch, or the first one, for 1.18. So, let's dig on through this, because this one's a fucking doozy. Okay. Start with the stuff that has been added. Abandoned trains dynamically spawning across Chernaris and Livonia. I'm definitely curious to see what that's gonna entail. The M79 grenade launcher and 40mm grenade launcher ammunition. Kinda comes hand in hand, I suppose. The Derringer pistol. A sawn-off revolver. A sawn-off blaze. A craftable improvised explosive device. IED. A plastic explosive. A claymore mine. A remote detonation unit. So I'm guessing that's going to be quite crazy for raiding. Also, probably the M79 too. A vial of POX, or the POX, which is the virus that you get from, or well, the compound in the gas zones. So I'm guessing you'll be able to infect someone with the gas zone sickness. A fireworks launcher, which I'm very excited to see, actually. Craftable armbands from flags, again, which I'm very excited to see how they look. Gas canisters explode upon destruction, which I know has been quite a prominent thing in modding recently, so I'm really glad to see that they're adding it. Keybinds for gestures can be adjusted in the in-game settings, and gesture keybindings are now reflected in the radial menu. Right. Let's get on to the fixes. No point beating around the bush. The doors of several structures could not be opened by force. Adjusted some exploitable building collisions. When driving the Gunter and the Olga without a radiator, the spark plug got ruined too early. The slot for cooking equipment was displayed when the tripod was not attached. The widget of dead players / animals was not displayed after leaving a vehicle. The stamina indicator was not displayed in the inventory with disabled HUD. When entering the pause menu after disabling the HUD could not be re-enabled. Fixed an exploit relating to fireplaces. They don't really go into specifics on that one, but an exploit, I guess. Stones were not properly displayed when left as the last attachment of a fireplace. Melee damage was dealt in the direction the camera was facing. The wrong text was shown when dragging a body out of vehicles. The CR550 magazine was not properly reflecting damage states. The dry fire of the CR550 did not have sounds in prone stance. The landmine disappeared upon disarming. Landmines ruined by shooting did not explode. After cooking, the sound of roasting meat would persist on the equipment used. Trying to ignite a wet fireplace would activate burning sounds. The fireplace was missing some particles when burning. It was possible to boil food in gasoline. Tasty. The Battle Eye license was not being displayed when the Steam overlay was disabled. Accepting the Battle Eye agreement made the game unresponsive to mouse under certain conditions. Transitioning between erect and prone stance while charging a throw was skipping animations in certain cases. Brooms did not change their materials properly when burning. It was possible to craft the improvised spear while the stick had food attached. The ticking sound of the alarm clock could be desynchronized when interrupted while setting the alarm. The tutorial screen was falsely showing console controls in the tab section. Never noticed that, actually. The inventory icon of the long torch was cropped. Fixed several instances of headgear clipping with character heads. It was easily possible to get stuck in the stairs of the castle tower. Oh god, don't remind me. Adjusted the rag cover clothes to reduce clipping with other clothing items. The Bison was spawning with the 1PN51 night vision scope. I'm kind of sad they changed that, because it was absolutely glorious finding those. But anyway. Improve the textures of the spear variants. I'm interested to see that as well. The animation of drawing a pistol from the holster would twitch unnaturally. Fixed an issue that prevented the military infected from spawning with EGD-5 frag grenades. I think that, yeah, frag grenades. Skater infected gave a metal sound when hit against the head. Yeah, that's been an issue for a hot minute. The bus wreck model was levitating slightly. The stick was held badly when roasting meat over fires. It was possible to unpin grenades silently. Yikes. Items would float when taking them into hands with a wounded character. Reloading while freezing could result in animations glitching. Fix some issues that would result in skipping animations. Jumping with two-handed rifles could result in stretched arms. Oh man, the feelers are fucking gone. Cooking slots in the oven took different amounts of time to cook. Multiple flashbangs in a row would eventually stop impacting the character. Okay, that's fixes. Now on to the changes. Rotten meat now gets burned when smoked. It's now possible to skin dead chickens, rabbits, carps, and mackerels with the screwdriver. I'm not sure if that's grammatically correct, but who am I to judge? Reduce the weight of the handheld and field transceivers. Decrease the inventory size of binoculars from 3x3 to 2x2. I like that. The sharpened wooden stick can now cause bleeding on targets. God, I love that. Half the damage to cooking gear while cooking. Fair. It was burning out way too quickly. The key binding menu now has inputs split into several categories to make it easier to navigate on PC. Adjusted positions of rifles in the shoulder slots to reduce clipping with the character. I like that. Animations of character symptoms do not conflict with other animations anymore. Added a UI prompt to exit the game credits. Updated the in-game credits. Adjusted the modern compass to be more readable in sunlight. Thank God. And adjusted the colours of all raincoat-based armbands. Thank God. Because, let me tell you, that fucking red armband looks dreadful on the current stable build. I wouldn't lie, it looks dreadful. It looks orange, so I'm hoping it looks more red now. Maybe they'll just pair the colours up to the raincoats. I don't understand any of the server and modding side of things, so I feel like I don't need to say anything here, and there are no known issues this time. So yeah, that is, as it stands, the 1.18 experimental update. I'm going to be diving in and cracking on with this as soon as the hour rolls around. So by the time you see this video, it may already be up on PC Experimental. Might not be. So yeah, I hope you all found this useful. And yeah, expect testing to follow.